So
why though?
So this further highlights the absolute shitfuckery of the Orokin, okay? Margulis was like, no, don't kill the Tenno. These children are special. And the Orokin were like, no, we're gonna kill them. They're monsters. And she's like, no, don't do that. And they're like, oh, you go against our decree. Well, fuck you. We're gonna execute you. And they do that. And then they pick up her work and they don't kill the Tenno. And instead they turn them into weapons. So
why would they then kill her in the first place if they were gonna do this all along? Like, that's just dumb.
Because she disobeyed them. She dared to defy them openly.
But like,
even though they knew she was right, the fact that she disobeyed them openly meant you have to die.
But why even say, oh, we're gonna kill them?
Because they were gonna kill them.
But then they changed their mind.
Yeah, because she was right. But she disagreed with them openly, so she has to be executed.
All right.
And Ballas plays along with all of this to keep his position, and then after, he gets butthurt about it and decides to betray his own kind.
But it's kind of weird, like, either he hid really well from the Sentients, because if I were the Sentients in this case, I wouldn't trust this motherfucker either.
He was working with them. He doesn't have to hide from the Sentients. He's working with them.
My point is, even though he sold his people out, if I were the Sentients, I was like, you're the worst. You are the precise reason why the Orokin are so bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be kept alive either. If I were a Sentient in this case, I would have totally turned on him.
There are conflicting theories about this. Some were like that he tricked them. Some were like that he has some sort of control over them. But if you do read those lore entries, we do know that Ballas is not the Orokin who created the Sentients. It was another Orokin who created the Sentients. We saw that Umbra tried to attack Ballas but couldn't. And that's probably because he has something implanted in the Warframes where they actually can't attack their own maker.
So maybe he has something...
Maybe he has something that he lords over the Sentients as well.
Okay.
Or maybe he managed to convince them. Who knows?
I feel like there was no good argument that way, but we'll see.
But he did tell the truth. He told them about the reservoir, and what they did then was they didn't go and kill the Tenno. Instead, they sent in one of their own to trick them into turning against their masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I have another question about the Sentients then, by the way. But
Okay.
I have just remind me that I have this question.
Okay. You have a question about the Sentients.
I just figure we're about to be thrown into plot pretty quick.
Please reconsider. You know how dangerous this is. The Sentients will be here in force. This is why
You can void
put
dash.
Warframe to these things.
All right.
My
I'm in a
Warframe
mission.
is here. I just have to find it.
There he is, operator. The Umbra.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to do the same thing now?
Yeah.
But now, what happens when he kills me now?
Well, maybe not let that happen. No, it's fine. You're not gonna die.
Okay. I was like, oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, he stuns you with that. Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna happen like a lot.
It's gonna
'cause-
happen a lot. You die, then you didn't die.
Yeah, because it's like... Ooh.
Yeah, hey, that works. And now imagine doing this with a Motamp. You know how long this takes?
Yeah, forever.
You know how long this takes to whittle down his shields with the fucking Motamp?
I can imagine.
Yeah, you almost got him down now. Yeah, you got him.
Where is he? Press 5, but...
I guess you weren't like aiming properly at him while you were doing it?
I guess.
I don't know.
No. Can
So
I...
like one shot or something. And one void blast. You gotta get closer. There we go.
Alright, here we go.
Got it.
Ooh.
You have relived this moment countless times. But our minds are linked now. We'll face this together.
Oh boy.
This was also part of Ballas's punishment, or like Umbra's punishment, that Ballas imprinted this memory in him
It has taken your will away.
that he's forced to watch it replay in his head over and over again, and it has for thousands of years.
Ugh. Oh boy.
Sorry, Isa. The time has come.
We are together.
I am honored to be your son.
Ballas did this. Not you.
Oh no, he made him kill his own son.
I'm not going to kill your boy. You are.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Father? Father!
Oh boy.
Yeah. He made him kill his own son.
Oof.
I know. We're walking down the memory hole.
Heh.
Remember your children?
Where am I supposed to go? Up there?
Yep.
It's a bit hard to see.
I know.
I'll never forget the time I finally beat him. Father, you alright? We had created monsters we couldn't control. We drugged them, tortured them, eviscerated them. We brutalized their minds, but it did not work. Until they came. And it was not their force of will, not their void devilry, not their alien darkness. It was something else. It was that somehow, from within the derelict horror, they had learned a way to see inside an ugly, broken thing. And to take away its pain.
I love that the reason why the Orokin couldn't control the Warframes was because empathy was a foreign concept to them.
Which begs the question how Rel was able to pilot a Warframe, because empathy
Yeah.
is something that autistic people struggle with. I'm not saying they don't have it, I'm saying they struggle with it. It's why you do these emotion things, right? So a question.
Yes.
Not the one I had originally. My original question still stands, but this is not about this. So they're saying these things are in pain, and somehow us with our void shit or whatever, we can actually take that away. We can take away the torture. Because, like, inside of this Warframe is someone, like, writhing in pain and mental anguish.
Yes.
And me, as the operator, I can be like...
So you're wondering, while you're
Shush.
piloting a Warframe, what about the rest of your arsenal? Are they just sitting
they-
there
yeah, are-
screaming in pain?
Yes?
Probably.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Question number 2. I had assumed until this point that they built the Warframes for the Tenno because they figured out that they can transfer their mind somehow. Who the fuck had the idea to take these void children that were like weird and scary and were like, hey, let's put you in front of a war machine and see what happens? Like a messed up, uncontrollable...
That's what the dream was for. That was...
How did they get that idea, though?
We learn about that in Titania's quest. That is the research that Margulis was doing, because understand that even Margulis, everyone was fucking afraid of the Tenno. Everyone was mortified by them.
But why? Because I still don't understand.
We'll get to that. I'm just saying, everyone was frightened to hell of them, and that was also a problem. There was a problem that they couldn't control the Warframes, but there was also a problem with what the fuck are we gonna do about these children? What are we gonna do about them? What the fuck are we even gonna do? And the solution was we put them to sleep and we make them believe that they are the Warframes, so that they forget who they actually are. This was not just a way of controlling the Warframes, it was just as much a plan that was devised to control the Tenno. Because they were afraid of them. Really, really afraid of them.
Okay. I think I know what my choice in this case here, by the way, is I'm gonna go with emptiness, because that's what I want. I want them to not have this.
Okay.
But before I do that, since I know that there's probably gonna be another conversation, and I have this question that I've been meaning to ask before I forget it, even though it has nothing to do with this choice right now. So the Sentients, yeah?
Yeah.
Prior to this quest, I had thought they came from the Tau system somehow. Like, they were there.
They were. They were sent there to terraform.
Yes, but I thought they came from there.
No.
I didn't know we built them there. So, then everything made sense in terms of the Lotus going like, oh, you know, going through the void takes away our ability to reproduce, but it's worth it for this war, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so they could reproduce on the Tau system where I thought they came from, but they can't do it here. And so she sacrificed that ability in herself to come here. So far, so good. It stopped making sense when I learned that they were actually built here, because then she didn't really lose anything by coming here, because she must have already lost that ability when they sent her to the Tau system through the void in the first place.
It's not entirely explained if it's like, was this a trick? Is it not the void? Is it something else? Is this just a lie that was told to the Sentients? Was this rather like a Blade Runner thing of just like, oh, you're just programmed, or like you're built to only have a 5-year lifespan? That was the thing in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Whereas here is like, who knows? We don't know exactly what it is about the void. We do know that they say that it makes them barren, but like, it seems to be more about it takes away their ability to adapt to damage, and sort of, there's a theory that sentients might reproduce through osmosis, or like, not osmosis, but like through replication, where it's just like they just divide into parts, and that is the thing.
Mitosis is what you're looking for.
And that is the thing that like stops working as a result of them traveling through the void. It might be. It's not exactly super explained exactly what it is about the void that changes them, or why it changes them. We do know that, because it's weird, like they were just created by the Orokin. Why would the magic of the void affect them a certain way, unless it was something that was by design? And how would that design work? What is it about the void that changes them? We don't really know. We don't really have any super good answers to this yet, or if it's even true. All we do know is that it did affect the Lotus.
Right.
When she came here, she lost the ability to reproduce, and that is why when she was sent to, you know, manipulate the Tenno and then eventually kill them when they had carried out their purpose, But she couldn't because her motherly instinct took over, and she's just like, fuck. Now I've grown attached to them.
But then Ballas comes after all of this and is like, come with me. So does he have some sort of like hold over her?
Yes. Because, here's the thing. If there's one thing this game fucking loves, and I actually like the narrative way of doing this. Good job, Steve, with the writing. If there's one thing this game loves, it is the unreliable narrator. What if you still have not been told the whole truth?
I mean, I assume as much. I'm just like, what is it? Well, I'm gonna proceed now.
Yeah.
And I chose emptiness for this
Okay.
one here. So let's see what happens.
Return this memory to the void and find peace in our emptiness.
Yes.
And now,
Now you are controlling Excalibur Umbra.
so
Operator, you did it! Your transference signal is clean, synchronized with that Warframe.
wonderful.
Mark a path to extraction. We've got one last mission before this is done.
So,
Working, but I'm detecting a mass of sentient forces converging on your location. Quickly, you may be able to escape.
so
No. Let them come.
just like normal Excalibur, Umbra gets a damage bonus when using swords.
Oh, I feel like
Yeah, there's shit going on around you.
so. I have no idea what my
Yeah, you have a sword. You don't have guns. You only
I
have a
don't
sword.
have guns. Okay, what does my number one do?
Number one, big blind everyone around you.
Okay, my number two.
Your number two, no, the number one is slash dash. Number two is blind everyone around you.
Okay.
Use your number two. Your number two also resets sentient damage resistance. Your number four is your exalted sword. You don't have any mods in this. I recommend just running to extraction.
All right.
What's cool about Umbra is that he has his own will. When you port out using transference, Umbra is just gonna walk around and do shit by himself. Yeah, and since like Excalibur Prime was a founder award, so only people who like backed the beta version of Warframe back in 2013 can have Excalibur Prime. That might be a theory why they made Excalibur Umbra for this quest, so that everyone gets this instead as the upgraded version of base Excalibur. So now you have two Excaliburs. You have Excalibur and you have
Alright.
Excalibur Umbra. And yeah, his howl, the radial howl instead of the radial blind, it resets sentient damage resistance. And he moves by himself when you are not controlling him.
So it's basically sort of Excalibur, but that little twist here and there.
Yes. Yes, and slightly better stats, like a prime.
So I assume
And he has a scarf. You can remove the scarf if you want to, but why would you?
So
And you also get the
assume-
sword.
Operator, we have no idea what Ballas is capable of. Please, reconsider this. Why would you risk it?
Ordis, I'd like to hear her.
Yes. Yes, of course. Accessing data store. Which should I play?
Which Lotus voice line would you like to hear?
I don't know entirely which.
A lot of people like... Well, one is, now we fight the war on two fronts, the war without and the war within. One is dream not of who you are, but of who you want to be.
That's a nice voice line. I like that one.
And I don't remember what the third one is.
I'm not sure what any of these choices, to be honest, have to do.
It just slightly affects your alignment, but the
yeah,
alignment,
but that doesn't even make.
the alignment still doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm listening to the one that I like the most. So.
Dream, not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
Operator, there is much to be done. Please consult the navigation console.
You know, I just realized it's a bit creepy because it would seem that Ordis just records everything we say.
He does.
You're super creepy, Ordis.
I mean, he creates a fake Lotus hologram to help you in missions just based on her on his memories of her.
So I don't mean to be crass, but basically...
Hey, you should mod your Umbra.
Yeah, but basically my operator doesn't have, like, any privacy on this ship. We're talking about a teenager.
Yeah.
With 0 privacy.
But Ordis would never do something mean to you.
No, but he's watching a lot of messed up stuff, probably. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go further into this. I'm gonna leave the colors as they are for now because I don't want to bore anyone.
That's fine.
So we're staying with the colors, but I'm obviously modding
the Skiajati.
So, Excalibur Umbra.
Yes, he comes with a catalyst installed.
What the hell are these?
These are new mods.
Do I just have them for other Warframes now as well?
Yep, but you need, if you want, they have a super high drain. The drain goes up to 16, and you need to have a certain Umbra forma to give a slot the Umbra polarity. And Umbra formas are really, really hard to get. You can get like 8 per year or something through various means.
What is Tau resistance?
That is, Tau is the sentient faction. So, these are super strong and they get a set bonus. So if you have multiple of them equipped at the same time, they become even stronger. Look at your Umbral Intensify. Okay? See that? Plus 42% ability strength. That is without even being modded to the maximum. And compare that to your normal Intensify at the bottom, which is 30% ability strength. So it is very potent. You do want to eventually get all of these mods up to the maximum because you use them in different Warframes. Obviously, Rhino loves Umbral Intensify and Umbral Fiber together because he wants armor and he wants ability strength. And you get a set bonus for using 2 of them at the same time. So that's great. Use the aura slot as well. You can use the one for melee damage. Steel charge, it's compatible with
that's nice.
with Umbra. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say this right now to you and our viewers. It's been forever since I played Excalibur. I basically remember nothing, so what I'm gonna do is probably just sword.
Just throw in Transient Fortitude and Primed Continuity and...
Transient Fortitude.
Yeah, and then you have Prime Continuity to counteract the negative duration, so that's great.
Do I need a flow?
Flow could be good, why not?
And what else do I have? Ability strength minus efficiency?
No, you probably want more efficiency, if anything.
More efficiency, less duration?
No, probably just use like more efficiency. Streamline. It costs 9, so it's further down in the list. There. I mean, that's fine.
Alright, now I'm gonna mod this thing.
Now the Skiajati
What the
also...
hell?
Yeah. That is the crit chance mod.
Damage to sentients.
And that is instead of pressure point.
Because I guess I can't put in a pressure point
Nope.
if this is in...
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
They are considered the same mod.
So, what do
Well,
I...
for now, let's just throw in some elemental mods. Why not?
Yes.
Like Fever Strike, yeah. And North Wind, yeah. So now you do some viral slashes as well. Yeah. Stance mod, that's good.
And what else? Just...
How about Organ Shatter for more crit damage?
Okay.
And you can also use Volcanic Edge, but it has to be in the bottom right slot. Because then you get the heat plus viral combo.
Sorry.
Like so. And final one, man, who knows? Well, like, we don't use Vazarin yet, or Naramon, I think. So condition overload doesn't make sense right now. We're just using the classic builds before you get all of that stuff.
So what do I put in less then?
Maybe, can you type in slash in the search? Let's see, we do have jagged edge, which is fine. We can put that one in and upgrade it. We don't have buzzkill, which is a better version of it, but we can get that sometime in the future. No, wrong one. This one makes the weapon more weighted towards slash, so that when you do status procs on enemies, it's more likely to become slash procs, which is good for damage. Ah, the deconstructor is using an unranked version.
Yeah, but it's not the deconstructor prime, so it's fine.
Yep. Okay. It's great. Let's just keep this for now. This is fine.
Alright.
So this one already has like 2 umbral. Yeah, this one too.
And I just do the exact same thing on this one, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, sure. Just...
So, reach, Northwind, Fever Strike,
Organ Shatter, Jagged
Volcanic
Edge.
and Jagged Edge. Oh, I can't actually. I guess I can put in like a unwing Jagged Edge.
Yeah, whatever. And also, I wanted to check something. If you go to your melee, Skiajati, and click equip. Now here you can see on the top right what it does.
Forged of steel.
Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't say.
Umbra's flesh. This
Okay,
elegant Nikana. Yeah, let me read still.
Okay,
before
I'm just saying it didn't say what it does.
Yeah, forged of steel grafted from Umbra's flesh, this elegant Nakana unites with its Warframe to form a single being of seething purpose.
So it's got a secret thing, the Skiajati. It doesn't say here that it does this, but it has a thing that it does. And that is if you kill an enemy with a finisher, you become invisible for like 5 seconds.
Oh.
So if you have like a stealth frame, you can use this thing to like just chain finishers and then just constantly be invisible. It's a cute little thing the Skiajati can do.
But if I have a stealth frame, finishers don't break invisibility.
No, but you're right. Haha. No, you're right. So it's not for stealth frames. It's for other frames. It's basically for frames that have ways of doing finishers.
Yeah, I can turn other frames into stealth frames.
Yes.
Basically.
Excalibur, for example, can do that with his number 2, which is blinds enemies. A blinded enemy, you can just walk up to them and click X to do a finisher. So that's something that Excalibur can do with the Skiajati.